Alright, my current situation is going to either define me being a person that should quit this job immediately, or once I complete this task, your boy is a professional driver. Because I will get out here momentarily and show you guys what it is I'm dealing with. And besides just the grace of God, that's the only explanation I will have in pulling off this maneuver, because approaching this, it virtually looks impossible in order to pull off. Glad I got these dudes on the dock helping me out. And one thing like I was talking about yesterday, the goal to this appears to be just go slow. The ground is all toe up. Every nook and cranny that I hit. All right. Getting closer. Yeah, this ground, man. Watch when I show you guys this. Alright, CJ, Roy, what's up, y'all? Okay, yeah, check this out, y'all. this here. I didn't cut my hair, so let me throw my hat on. I'm out here in this place called downtown LA, 12th Street. I'm gonna show y'all this. All right, so this here is what I had to contend with. First off, I had to go down that street right there. I had to come up. I was at that corner where that van is, where that yellow van is coming. I had to make a right there. Come up the street to right here. Let me see what's going on. I have no idea what it is.
It's the bicycle thing. I see the picture of bicycle. You know what I mean? If you don't have enough room,
just stack one of them.
You know what I mean?
It I don't see where it would do any damage.
Yeah.
If you just stack it.
No, you're gonna repeat. We got the six pallets, but those pallets gonna be double stacked. You know, you have space, but
Talking about that one? Talking about just that one pallet?
Yeah, that's one pallet is okay because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see where it would be a problem. Yeah, because I mean, if you moving it, if you're able to move with your feet, it ain't that heavy.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just put this on that, that's it. And everything with the straight after that. That's it. Nothing gonna happen. Don't worry. Be positive.
Yeah, I don't see where it would be a problem.
Don't be pessimist.
Yeah. Yeah, just split it. Just split it. Put it right in the middle. Yeah.
That's it. I tried to give him an idea that, you know.
So you guys good?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You have any extra pen? Good pen with you? Pen.
Pen?
Pen, nice pen?
No, not a nice one.
Not the ugly one you have, huh?
Yeah.
Now I touch it. You have strong Wi-Fi. I touch.
I'm gonna go sit in the truck. There's a lot going on, boy. I understand what they saying. They obviously don't understand what I'm saying. So anyway, back to what I'm showing y'all. So I came down right here. So I came down this street right here, this alley, whatever this is called. Had to pull up. And this is what I'm working with now. The problem usually is the space when you make your cut. So my tail end, I was right on the bumper of this car, and my front end swung way over to those two cars. So I was able to get my back end. I'm not gonna show y'all yet, but this is where I had to get into, was right here. And so I finessed myself to where I got my front end to clear that truck, pulled forward a little bit, and I wasn't able to quite go through that opening, but I was right where that pole is. So I was able to at least get my tail end in, pull forward a little bit, swung it, and put my truck in here. And I had to be close to the wall. So this was very challenging for me because technically this shouldn't have happened because I don't have any space. That's the part where I'm just marveling. So if you can see what it is I'm dealing with, and my door has to clear that gate. There's like a gate. I don't know if you can see it attached to the wall right there, and my door. So I could not get my door hung up in that gate. So I'm sitting there saying, man, I'm dealing with a matter of inches. So he was able to get his dock plate onto my trailer, and he said, nah, you good. He said, I can swing it. So I was like, man, praise God, because the problem was hitting this bad boy right here, hitting that van right there, hitting those two cars right there, and taking out the back end of this car. And we're talking, it was inches. The dude that was flagging me, this dude was looking at me, just giving me thumbs up, saying, man, that's all he kept saying was man, and I think that's all he probably can say. But I'm telling you, so what I opened up with earlier was this is gonna solidify my new profession. Because had I not have been able to do this, yeah, you know what? Go on, hang it up, and you just go on back home, tuck that tail, and try and find you just a regular old, 9 to 5, which that's what I didn't want to be in no more, and chalk it up. So these dudes is loading my trailer, and I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a pat on the back and introduce myself as, yes, I am considered a professional driver. After that maneuver right there, and especially coming into this place, when I looked at it yesterday, and I was like, man, I'm going into LA, downtown LA. Hey, dear Shannon, we would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your commitment to providing on-time service to our customers. Our records show you were 100% on time for pickups and deliveries for the month of December, and your commitment to service has not gone unnoticed. Again, thank you. Man, look how the Lord works. Look how the Lord works. Now, if I could just figure out a way, I need to go with Mike D and have him help me out with this wild bush here. Look at that. Because I was really concerned about that whole on time. I didn't know I was on time, but hey, they keeping track of your boy, so you know what? It's just a God-worthy moment right there. Just praise the Lord. Because back to what I was saying initially, is this type of maneuver right here. What I've noticed with new drivers is fear. And if you let fear get a hold to you before you even attempt to do whatever, whether it's work, life, all of that, well, what's the chances of you accomplishing what it is you set out to do? So when I approached this, I walked it first. I seen my layout, and then I talked with the gentleman, and I asked him, hey, how many other trucks have done this? He says, oh, all the time, we got you. He said, don't worry about those, I'm gonna be right here. So I said, okay, well, where two or more gathered, that's where the Lord is too. Now, I don't know this man's faith, but he walked there with full confidence, and he wasn't even behind the wheel. So I was like, well, how can this man have more confidence in me and he on foot? So I said, all right. So I put a plan together, and I worked it out. I worked through it. And now they load my truck. And now here she comes like I'm in her space. But oh, I wish I had showed you guys the ground. That was another issue, is this was basically I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, I'd have to show it to you. I wonder if it'll. Okay, so you get the idea as to what it is I'm dealing with. Railroad tracks, toe up, pavement. It's a bad scene all around. And then to get into this final spot, it's a huge lip. Like, it's one of those things, had I been too close to that gate on that wall and making the final maneuver over this huge lip to just get into their stall, it caused the momentum to just sway. So it was just, like I said, I'm giving God the props on this, because in and of myself, as soon as that truck hits that lip, it's gonna do all of this. It was smooth. Even like I said, the dude back there, he was just thumbs up, like, man, man. That's all he kept saying. Like he was just like, this dude is hooking this up. And I was like, well, I'm not quite alley docked, and I'm not quite straight back, but I'm at the dock plate. And given what it is I had to go through, and my truck is getting loaded, I consider it a success. So I just took a chance on this Roach Coach because I didn't eat nothing this morning. And I got to push out here to Yurupa Valley. It ain't nowhere to eat out there. So I'm going to chow down. I done got my Friday started. I will be somewhere. I ain't going to lie. I just got 100% recognition on the whole being on time, which that's key. What I heard that's key is you don't want to have people saying you late. And I even turned down the load the other day. They was trying to push me up to Portland, and I checked out the weather, and they were like, hey, the 5 is closed in both directions 10 miles from where you at. Why would you jump in that? And in my mind, I said, well, why didn't they look that up before they sent that to me? But another driver said, he said, well, they really leave that to the driver. So I don't know if you guys remember me saying this before about when we doing this kind of job, every decision we make has to be the right one. So I checked the weather. I checked my road conditions. I did the 3-day forecast, because when you're putting in them kind of miles, usually you're not gonna make it there and back in one trip. So you may have to shut down. Well, now there have been times where I've shut down. Y'all seen the postings where I shut down at night, but I wake up, it's snow all around me. Well, that can affect your pre-plan. So one thing I do pride myself on is I believe that I do extremely well pre-planning, meaning before I take on a task, they give you a couple minutes. They'll send you a load. You can look up everything you want to look up, because you don't have to take the load. So I'm not one to want to give off a bad vibe or a bad impression. So I take everything, whatever they throw. All right, let's go. As long as my wheels are turning, that's all I want. Hey, let me push. So when I turned the load down, I was really concerned, like, ooh, are they going tripping? So when I was actually at a terminal, so the dispatch there, she said, well, you might be able to do it on your phone, or you can do it through the Qualcomm. It don't matter. But she said, just state your reasons. You know, if you ain't comfortable, you ain't comfortable. If you don't feel safe, you don't feel safe. And then I don't know how serious the guy was. He might have been throwing a jab, or he might have just been jocular. But he was like, well, how you gonna get the experience if you don't get out there? Never, ever once. Even I've talked to truckers that have been doing this 30. I talked to one trucker. This dude said he's been doing it for 42 years. And 12 of those years he was in Alaska. So he was like, a successful trucker, don't ever throw change. So I was like, huh. And so I said, can you elaborate on that? And he said, it's your ship, you the captain. And he says, what smart person would just steer their boat onto, into the what they call them little them coves where all the rock, I think it's a reef, or it's shallow waters where it's rocks. You can shipwreck yourself. So he said, who does that knowingly? He said, that was one thing, you traveling and storms, weather conditions change on you while you're in it. Now you do what you got to do. But he says, even in that, you are not throwing chains to drive in it. You're throwing chains to drive out of it, to get yourself to a safe location. Because again, I told you guys before, with chains on your vehicle, truth be told, man, 10, 15, at max 25 miles an hour. But even with chains, that's, in my opinion, that's too fast. Because can you imagine the vibration? You throwing your load around in the back, the vibration you're going to be experiencing, the possible damage you're going to do to your tires. It's a ton of things that can go wrong by you being compliant with the road condition laws or the chain laws. So it's my premise to, if I don't ever have to, I'm not ever going to throw chains. As soon as I see if I'm in a situation, well, truck stop, rest area, or where's a bridge, and shut down until those road conditions change or improve. But other than that, I declined that load, man, not one iota. As soon as I declined it, gave my reasons why, boop, 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 boop. They filled me until Sunday. And I was like, whoa, I should decline loads more often. But I've been needing the last couple weekends. I needed those days off. But right now, I'm sitting here like, okay, this is all good. These dudes done stacked my calendar. They giving me praise. They giving me recognition. In other words, letting me know what I'm doing it right. So I was being impatient a couple weeks ago because, you know, there's other things going on. Just like everybody, you know, y'all got life going on, and, you know, things just don't seem to happen as fast as we want them to happen. And so I was going through that, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I should look here or look there. And then I told the wife, I said, you know, I can already tell you what the issue is. I'm not being patient. You know, I have this these internal thoughts. And so, of course, you're saying, man, I need it now. I need to do this now. I need to do this now. Man, I got to get this done. Man, we really got to get, you know, it was like, you know what? Right now, just soak up the time. Utilize the time to get this proper experience. And it's stuff like this. Like I said, when I open up with it, if I couldn't pull this off, I need to just go find me a trash truck, turn off my camera, log off my social media, see y'all when I see y'all, keep my mouth shut, and shut it down. But if I pull this off, now, and look at it, look at how it all correlated. So what if I had been able to pull this off? I had to call in and say, hey, y'all, I can't, or I'm afraid to, or nope, it was, hey. Again, the gentleman on foot had extreme confidence. I don't see his truck, but he looked, he said, oh yeah, no, you got this. Well, okay, hey, let's go. You added your, I jumped on board with his confidence, even though I was extremely unsure looking at this setup. I mean, I don't know if the film did justice for what and how I'm actually sitting. I'm sitting there like, man, yeah, this wasn't me. Not this. Not to just be so smooth and everything connected just the way it was supposed to. Now I'm glad I was able to have that experience, but on this one, you know, I gotta take that step back and be like, yeah, the Lord had His hands all over this, because initially looking at it, it looks virtually impossible. Because I've been in truck yards where, for whatever reason, this truck will not turn. I'll be right up on the back of a trailer. You guys have seen the film where, like, boom, I pull up, seem like I barely go 3 or 4 feet, and boom, I'm at a trailer, gotta back it up. This all happened basically, aside from getting myself lined up here at the dock, that maneuver to pull forward, squeeze past the BMW right here, meaning my trailer is inches away from the bumper of this car, and I had to do this angle to set myself up to be able to swing, because going in straight, I would have swung too wide on the van over there. So I had to get this angle so that when I came up on the back of this little Toyota, I had instead of being straight, my tail end on the BMW was like this, and my front end on that Toyota was like this. So I was almost like at a, I don't know if y'all, yeah, but I was almost like this, not like this, but like this, so that when I pulled forward, it did just a slide swing, and as soon as I felt my tires hit the railroad tracks, I like, that's where I need my cut to be for my rear tires to turn. But my front end now was I was kind of scissored, so my front end now was pointed towards the building across the way. Now I just started cutting it back. My tail end started going into this driveway. I see myself clear the BMW. Now all I had to worry about was the van and this little Honda sitting over here. And that's when this dude was like, he's like, oh man. And I got my bird, I don't know what they call these mirrors. I call them bird's eyes. I got visual on the back end of their car and my fender. So all I did, I just finessed it, and I just let my fender just smoothly pass the van, cut a little bit. And all I did was just keep my trailer lined up with getting inside this gate. Bring it back, got over by that Civic, boom. Once I cleared the Civic, I'm in. Now it's just a matter of just finessing between that gate, this tail end, and wiggle in. Boom, boom, boom. Once I was in, you know, now you just make slight adjustments to get to the dock. And once they felt satisfied, oh yeah, you good? Hey, I walk, put that brake on, and we walk away. So I know I kind of rambled on a little bit more, but your boy's a little excited. So I'm gonna eat a little bit of this Roach Coach special. So y'all pray for your boy. I don't think the Lord will give me this kind of success this early for me to, you know, take a dip off this burrito, so I should be all right. But I'm gonna settle myself, you know, get back to a little bit of humility. And oh man, I could have sworn that I put. Oh man, damn it, the shipper. Oh no, I sure didn't. I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, because I've been here for about an hour. What time is it? I've been here 40 minutes. So I'm gonna humble myself, because what I don't want to do is now something bad happen. So I'm thankful. Got this portion done. Get on over here to complete my run, and then get started back up to the bay. So you guys have a good weekend. If I don't hop back on later on, be safe. Watch out for this weather. Stay warm. Try and stay dry. Don't be driving crazy. Slow down in the rain. And if you are getting on the freeway and you happen to have a semi that's right there in the number 4 lane, you speed up. Get out of his way. All right. This is Mr. 1-0, the professional truck driver, signing off. 100% customer appreciation. No lates. Everything been on time. Y'all have a good weekend. Yeah, that. Peace.